Well, I have to say thank you so much for joining us. We're getting one with indie artist Bjorn Surrao, who's a music producer, singer-songwriter, activist, and everything in between. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Erika. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I was told of Master the Blaster and how hugely popular that made you. That track went on to become #1 on streaming platforms, millions and millions of views on YouTube. Did you expect that success from it, Bjorn? Did you have an inkling as, oh my God, this is going to blow up?
No, I never expected anything. I was just doing my thing, making music, and really never expected anything. But it's good. It's a very positive thing when you see people vibing to the music that you kind of make. So it's a very, very happy kind of thing.
Also, it's a kind of genre, right, which might surprise a few people. It's kind of, it's very different from, say, the regular mainstream pop or that one hears on radio stations. So what did that tell you about the kind of music that people are listening and enjoying and consuming these days?
Actually speaks a lot, because this kind of a situation has never ever happened pretty much to anyone. Because for the simple fact that it's a very different kind of track. It brings in a lot of retro aspects, and it's nice to see that people are receiving music at the end of the day, and it's not about the commerciality of it and things like that. So it's very cool. It's very cool.
I see you wanting to express your creativity across multiple platforms, but where do you find yourself most comfortable? Is it on the stage? Is it in front of the camera? Is it doing reels? Is it in the studio? Where's your comfort zone?
Definitely not doing reels. That's not my thing at all. But everywhere else, yeah. I mean, each avenue gives me a different kind of a comfort and a satisfaction. So I think it keeps. I'm a kind of person who gets bored very quickly, and I think each avenue keeps it very engaging and keeps the energy alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think all creative folk get itchy feet ever so often. They really want to dabble in everything. It's like FOMO. Oh my gosh, I got to try a stage, and I got to try studio stuff, and I got to sort of be in front of the camera, all that kind of thing. I'm interested about in your name. Bjorn Surrao. Firstly, am I pronouncing it correctly? Hashtag asking for a friend.
Almost there. That's cool. So it's Bjorn Surrao. Surrao is a part Portuguese kind of name, very similar to yours. Bjorn is a Swedish name. It comes from there's a mythology. I mean, how in India we have Hanuman in our mythology. Mm-hmm. In Sweden, they have this warrior, kind of a bear, and his name is Bjorn.
All right. Nothing to do with like Bjorn Borg or, influenced by tennis, the tennis greats.
It's actually influenced by, my parents were huge fans of ABBA.
Okay.
The composer of ABBA's name is Bjorn. So it's a mix of a bunch of things.
All right. Well, how would you like to describe yourself as an artist? I mean, do you want to describe yourself as an artist? Is there something that you'd like to say? Hey, I'm this and this together. Can you put it in a hashtag, perhaps?
Actually, it's very difficult. I'm still trying to figure out that one word, but yeah, I guess I'm an artist at the end of the day, and yeah, this is me. This is pretty much me.
Good to know. Where is your happy space, or maybe time of the day when you find yourself at your creative best? Because I know when I speak to many artists, they sort of tend to go in this kind of swing. Some people like the mornings, some people, like twilight or whatever. Do you have a happy space or a happy time of the day where you feel that you're at your creative best?
Most of I like the time that I usually sit down to work is between 11 in the night and 5 in the morning. So
Wow.
that's my kind of timing, because one, there's no disturbances and unnecessary, you know,
Mhm.
background noise.
Yeah.
um yeah, and it's pretty much I get time to myself, so I feel pretty comfortable over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
so that's my safe time.
Well, that's cool. Just cutting your teeth in the biz. What's been some of the lessons or hacks you've learned thus far that you might want to share?
Hacks. Okay, what kind of hacks?
Maybe creative hacks, or maybe something to do with the kind of hardware or software, or maybe how to be a better performer. Any kind of sort of tricks of the trade that you've picked up that you might want to share.
I think consistency.
Uh-huh.
That's something that I mean, of course, everything, there's going to be ups and downs, but you have to keep at it. Um, in terms of hardware, uh, yeah, you don't really need the greatest of, like, things. Of course, nothing like it if you do, but at the end of the day, it's consistency that matters. Even if you just have like an iPad,
Mhm.
or like I don't know, you can make music on your phone, you can make music
Yeah.
pretty much anywhere. It's just about what you feel towards it. So
Right.
yeah, that's about it.
And in terms of the kind of music that inspires you, is there a decade in music that you gravitate to? You find yourself sort of referencing a lot in your music. Is it the 60s, 70s, 80s? Do you have?
um i I don't have a specific era that I reference in my music, but I'm a proper 90s kid. um and so whenever I feel nostalgic, I always go back there.
Is there is
That's
there
an
the one
era.
a one song or a band or an artist?
There's way too many, but you can probably say Dave Matthews Band,
Ah,
or yeah. I
nice.
mean, there's way too many. The
Yeah,
90s is just, yeah.
I know. I get that. What about collaborations? Bjorn, do you have like a dream collaborator, someone you'd love to collaborate with? Could be local or international.
Local, yeah, definitely. I mean, there is a lot of people. That's one of the things that I always love doing. I love collaborating, and it's something that you know gives me also a bandwidth to work with and keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
Locally, a dream project to collaborate with would be someone like Mr. Vishal Dadlani.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of his music, and I've been
Mhm.
following him since Pentagram, and
Okay.
yeah,
Yep. Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's awesome, man.
He
Yeah,
is. He
so
is.
him, and yeah, and A.R. Rahman. If it ever happens,
Hmm.
it's cool.
Yep.
A big fan of him as well. I mean, those
Okay.
are the dream projects.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed for you. Let's check out the new one, Hilltop. It seems to be a collaboration with an international production team. I was just checking the video out. Talk to us about this one, what went into the making of it, and also, the video and how it all came together.
Um, yeah, so Hilltop happened very spontaneously. It happened at, I think, just before sunrise I was at Kodaikanal. It's a hill station in Tamil Nadu, and it's a very beautiful place. So at around 5 a.m., I was just sitting on this really massive rock. I know, it doesn't matter. So I was
Yeah.
just sitting there with my guitar, and just I decided to write.
Mhm.
So I was just playing a few riffs and writing, and the song pretty much talks about. It has this very poetic, old, Shakespeare kind of. I don't know. It's a very old style of writing that kind of personifies the wind.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's what it talks about. So it talks about he talks about the wind and how it, the wind really, uh, it just like it's doing so many things,
Mhm.
where it's like all the trees are going crazy, and then you have like birds going crazy. It talks about nature and wind's, role in it at that particular point of time.
Right. Well, we are loving it. We are loving the energy. We're loving the vibe. We're loving the musicality of it, loving the melody. So I'm going to lead out into that, and I'm going to wish you every bit of luck. Thank you so much for joining us. It was so fun. It was such fun talking to you.
It's a pleasure talking to you too, Erika. Thank you for having me.
94.3 One World, your station. Radio 1.